It was a quiet evening by the Guarapiranga Reservoir, on the outskirts of São Paulo. The water glistened under the dying sun, birds were settling into their nests, and the air seemed still, almost too still. But in the reeds near the water's edge, something was lurking that no one could explain. A human body. At first glance, it looked like a simple tragedy, another life lost. But as soon as investigators arrived, they realized this was anything but ordinary. Something about the body was wrong, very wrong. The cuts were perfect, almost mechanical. The flesh was intact but somehow violated. And most chilling of all, there was no blood. None. Not a single drop. The case has puzzled forensic experts, doctors, and UFO researchers for over 3 decades. It's a story that blends fear with impossibility. A tale where science meets speculation and no explanation seems to fit. The Guarapiranga body, as it came to be known, is more than a crime scene. It is a riddle that continues to haunt São Paulo. A story of silence, precision, and a kind of horror that doesn't scream. It whispers. Some experts think a secret group was responsible. Others suggest a weapon so advanced that it made surgery look crude. And a few, more daring, propose a chilling possibility. This wasn't human at all. Authorities brought in forensic specialists expecting clarity. Instead, they were met with confusion. The edges of the wounds were smooth, laser-like, without bruising or tearing. Traditional surgical tools could not have created such incisions. Even consumer lasers of the time would have left heat damage. Yet there it was. Tissue, removed with eerie perfection, internal organs extracted as if by an advanced coring device, and a human body transformed into a puzzle no one could solve. The torso revealed yet more horrors. Circular holes, roughly the size of a bottle cap, had been drilled into the muscle. Through these openings, vital organs had been removed: heart, stomach, portions of the lungs, without disturbing bones, ligaments, or connective tissue. This was no random act. Criminals do not extract organs with such care. Organ traffickers do not perform this kind of surgical artistry. And hospitals, those rare facilities capable of such precision, never leave patients in public reservoirs. The face, however, remained the most shocking element. The eyelids had been removed with a curved, perfect cut following the natural brow line. The ears were detached cleanly, as though removed from a model rather than a living human. The tongue was gone. Each cut was eerily uniform, precise, controlled. There was no swelling, no trauma consistent with a struggle, no bruising, no defensive wounds. The victim's body had been neutralized in a way that defied understanding. The big question remained: why leave the body there? If this was a targeted killing, the perpetrator left evidence in plain sight. If it was an experiment, why expose the result to potential discovery? If it was a warning, the message was chillingly simple. Someone, or something, didn't care whether humans watched. Investigators combed the scene for ritualistic markings or cult symbols. None were found. No carvings, no signatures, no patterns indicating known criminal organizations. This was a crime that defied classification. The precision, the lack of evidence, and the untouched environment suggested a purpose beyond murder, something experimental, observational, or procedural. Something that did not follow human logic. When autopsy photos leaked years later, the story gained international attention. UFO researchers immediately drew parallels to cattle mutilation cases, livestock found with missing organs, circular wounds, no blood, and no signs of struggle. Such incidents are usually rural, isolated, and rare. But here, a human body, precisely dissected, was found in an urban environment, near roads, neighborhoods, and millions of residents. The similarity was impossible to ignore. As the theories multiplied, scientists pushed back. No radiation was found, no unusual metals, chemicals, or residues. Nothing screamed alien intervention. Yet the body itself, the pattern of wounds, the missing tissue, the precision, remained undeniable. Experts could not explain it, could not replicate it, and could not classify it within known criminal, medical, or scientific frameworks. The man's identity added another layer of mystery. Authorities believed he may have lived in nearby favelas, possibly as a quiet, isolated figure who collected recyclables. Residents confirmed seeing him, but no one claimed the body. No family came forward. No missing person report matched him. It was as if he had simply existed, then vanished, leaving only the horror of his mutilated body behind. Over the years, whispers emerged. Some investigators suggested that the body had been manipulated elsewhere and deposited at the reservoir. But this raised logistical nightmares. How could a team transport a mutilated human body without leaving evidence in such a populated area? The absence of footprints, tire tracks, or signs of dragging deepened the enigma. The Guarapiranga Reservoir seemed less a crime scene and more a stage for something beyond comprehension. Rumors swirled in São Paulo that summer. Locals reported strange lights hovering over the water at night. Teenagers claimed to see silent craft gliding through the air, emitting no sound, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. Animals went missing. Livestock in surrounding areas reportedly showed signs of unusual mutilation. None of these claims were confirmed, but they intensified the fear, the mystery, and the fascination. The Guarapiranga case has never been solved. No suspect was arrested. No motive was discovered. Official reports were minimal, heavily redacted, or quietly shelved. Officers reportedly whispered that the case had been closed to prevent public panic. Others speculated the documentation was intentionally buried to hide an incident that defied explanation. Unlike ordinary crimes, where motive, tool, and suspect can be traced, this event offered none of the comfort of understanding. Some investigators quietly suggested that whatever did this was not human, or at least not bound by human limits. The precision, the absence of blood, the lack of struggle, and the untraceable movement of the body all suggested a force capable of actions beyond contemporary human technology. And if such an event occurred once, could it happen again? That question haunts São Paulo to this day. Each year, the Guarapiranga Reservoir becomes the focal point for stories, theories, and speculations. Every detail seems tangible, plausible, yet impossible. A body preserved in summer heat, surgical cuts made without tools, organs extracted through perfect holes, no blood, no struggle, no footprints, no motive, no human explanation. It is a puzzle that challenges science, logic, and human imagination. The last note on the case is chilling. One investigator, quietly writing in the margins of the autopsy report, left a simple, haunting statement. Whatever did this was not afraid of being seen. That line has echoed through decades of research, discussion, and speculation. It's a reminder that the Guarapiranga body remains a mystery, untouched by explanation, a horror that doesn't scream but lingers, persistent in the minds of those who study it. For those drawn to mysteries that blur the lines between science, crime, and the unexplainable, the Guarapiranga body remains an irresistible case. Every detail teeters between reality and impossibility, leaving a single, lingering thought. In the quiet waters of São Paulo, something occurred that no human hand, no known tool, and no traditional explanation can fully account for. It is a story of fear, of precision, of silence, and of a truth that has yet to reveal itself. If this kind of cold, unsolved mystery fascinates you, there's a warning and an invitation. The Guarapiranga case proves that some things are beyond understanding, that the world holds events stranger than fiction, and that sometimes the most terrifying possibilities are the ones that leave no trace, no witness, no answer. Stick around for more stories like this. Hit like if you want to explore the real-life events that feel stranger than fiction. Comment with the next unsolved mystery you want covered. Subscribe to ensure you never miss the chilling truths that remain hidden in plain sight. And remember, in the shadowed corners of our cities and the quiet edges of our reservoirs, the unknown is always waiting.